Hello, and welcome to my playground. This is the Mad Chemist Church, or Church McGurch, depending on where you know me from, and welcome to Madman Review. Today we're going to be looking at a game that I really like called Cloudheim. Now, if you notice, it is very Norse in sense, whereas a lot of the names are very, and again, Norse. One of the major things about this game is that all these characters are essentially skins, and they neither have purpose or reason to pick which one's which. Just kind of pick the one you like. As for right now, as the time of this recording, there's no real reason to go to play each one differently, other than to get their trust up to level 5, which currently at this point is max. Now, when you max, or every time you get their trust up, and that's literally just by playing the game and getting XP, doing things, you get these potion candle things, which will later be used in a market, according to what the developer said. You also will unlock skins. As you can see, I've unlocked all the skins for her, except for this one, which preview a future secret unlock, learn more, tutorial, secret cosmetics. These cosmetics, such as character styles, can only be unlocked via a secret process. So, future secret unlock. So these are not out yet, as this game is still in development. These ones that are blacked out are because they can only be unlocked through leveling the Breaker class, which I'll get to in a second. So there are different classes which will unlock these different characters, and as I said before, there's no real reason to fret about who, what, where, when, and you can kind of still preview what they look like. So if you really want this guy and you really like the skin, unlock and then do this stuff. I really like this guy. He's really cool. See, preview. This is the skin and I was using before I found out that you kind of have to do this with each character. This is through the Founders Pack. I typically, when I find a game I like, I will go purchase the Founder Pack. So every character will come with their base plus the Bifrost if they have one. A lot of the characters, you'll notice, I have some characters you might not have. I'm trying to find one. Like this guy. He doesn't have the Bifrost one, even though I've got him to max, because he, through the Founders Pack, is also unlocked. Which, through the Founders Pack, I also have a bunch of other random, like, emotes and decorations and stuff that are unlocked. As you can see, I have all of these up to... this guy? No. I have all of these guys up to this guy. And he's at 4. So he's real close. So he just got the Noble. But I kind of like this Ryu looking... not Ryu, but Ken looking skin. So... but he also has this, which is really cool, Bifrost. But I really like this look. Apply. But then if I wanted to go to, like, her, I could be... boom. Looks really cool and badass. But until I max this guy out, let's do him. So you can join other people's world. This is a multiplayer game. You can run the tutorial again, kind of show you what to do, or you can create a new world. I'm going to click continue. As you can see, I have 50.6 hours and I'm at 70.7% progress on this world. And then this was my first world I tried to make. No clue what happened or how I can even build this world. So let's go into this one. Now the reason I haven't completed like 100% of this is because I ran out of story and I found bugged chests. So I'm kind of stuck, and I'll talk about that here. So this is your kind of your home hub, and this is what really attracted me to the game. you can't get all of these chests and all of these events right away. You have to go through the game and you have to beat things and you have to do dungeons to unlock different areas of this, and then you can eventually get stuff. But one of the reasons I keep placing pins everywhere, I played this on controller, so trying to do all this on mouse and keyboard now is kind of difficult. As you can see, I've completed these islands, like I've 100%ed them, but this is one of the, I believe this is one of the newest areas that they just updated, and I'm missing 2 chests. Well, when I came in, I found one of the chests was already opened. Never opened it before, but it seems to be the only chest in the area that I'm missing. Because I have scoured, I've looked online for guides, I've looked online for like the interactive maps that have everything marked. I've marked off everything. There's not a single chest I'm missing. So that chest was opened before I even got there, bugging it. The other one is that there's just no chest. There's a missing chest that just does not exist, or no one has found it and reported it yet. And pretty much anytime from what I've seen, everyone agrees that the chest is just missing from everything I've seen online. Now you can recenter, or you can see your island reputation. So on this one, this is your house, your base, station. So only for the main island, you can kind of see this as your area. Dominions. Or domains, not dominions. These are dungeons. So I haven't discovered these dungeons yet. I've discovered those ones, but I haven't discovered these dungeons yet. Because these require an egg. You put the egg in, and it's kind of random. The different kind of eggs do different kind of dungeons. So I haven't done all of them. You do a shop. This obviously this game is a work in progress. I haven't done this yet. Different stages, but each island has the exact same kind of thing. Where I've maxed out pretty much all of them, but that one, so it's pretty much all going to show the same. There's only one island, Arcadia, that has side quests so far. So all these islands, you pretty much do the main quest and then you're done. As weapons go, you can level up a weapon, and the weapon gives you a skill point. Skill points are then used to level up your class. As you can see, once it has the little crown, it's mastered. And this is a bug. Every time you log in, log out, change maps, get different things, this will immediately pop up with a little exclamation mark saying that you just received it, yet it's level 20, it's maxed out, it's got 2 of its 6 possible buffs, but yet every single time I log in, I change maps, I do something, it pops up with a little exclamation mark, and that I'm believing is a bug. So each weapon has different enchantments, it gives you a different skill, and it gives you a different skill power. Mastery shows this is level 6. Each time you master something, it goes up a rank. So this originally, Fist was a originally this was a gray. When I mastered it, it went to green. This was originally blue. Mastered it, it went to purple. Purple was originally the yellow, became orange because now it's mythic. And the only thing better is as you complete the quest, you get to talk to a god, and the god will give you a weapon called a superior. So you'll get a superior something. Like this is the tank that I'm currently playing as. I believe it's the Sentinel. Superior Legion's Fist. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 enchantment slots. And then its ability, which has 2 charges, which most things don't really most ability. This ability doesn't really have that many charges. How much mana it consumes, what damage type it is, what class it is, what level. Of course, it's a weapon, obviously. So as a sentinel equipping a weapon like this, I do far more damage with it than I say if I did this, because it's a ranger weapon. Even though as a sentinel I can still equip it, I just don't have any speed buff. The way to fix that is that if I say I was a sentinel, I could then switch to ranger, start putting points into ranger, get speed buffs, and then I would have no issue doing damage with that. Same thing like with a rune blade, which uses magic, or a breaker, which uses strength. So this is just a kind of a... I don't have all of the different weapons yet, but as you can see, there is a ton of them, and there's still more that I don't have, and there's still more to come, because of the fact that the max level is 100 for a class, and I believe I'm level 100 and something character wise, or well, so your character doesn't level, your class levels, and what levels isn't your character, it's the world, and as you level, the world gets more powerful, meaning you get more points to level to get more skill points. So your class thing, this is basically your class ability. I gain 2 additional hearts. I can cheat death once every 5 minutes with 4 hearts remaining. You can't see it, but you can see down at the bottom how many skill points I have, and my current world level is 122. Then you have my abilities, and while I'm here, I have what items I can hold. So let's continue on this though. These are the different skills that I have, and I've gained through finding stuff, either leveling my class, finding stuff, or feeding. You can pick 2. You have a lasso to pull yourself to things or to pull enemies to you, a kick to push enemies away, your dodge, a dodge buff, and then a piece of armor you can wear. I get they don't want you to be doing too much stuff, but like this is the only piece of gear I had for a long time, and these are the only pieces of gear I've found. And so far, like, speed helps you with ranger stuff, and skill damage just helps you with your skills overall. But as a tank, I don't really do magic. Skill damage is nice, but I might be missing stuff somewhere. But so far, this is pretty much the only thing I really use. Even then, this doesn't help me because my main stat's bigger. So none of these really help me. So I'm missing some gear somewhere that I haven't found. Not sure where. But I just leave one of these randomly equipped because of that fact that it does still give me skill damage, which affects things. Now you get your choice of 3 accessories. I still haven't found... I'm probably still missing a bunch of them, but I still haven't found really a good combination. The only one I have found that's even half decent for any build is this one, because it gives you frog legs, which gives you plus to your jump count. You originally plus jump pads. Each one does something different. Critical hit chance plus per item level. It's only item level 1, so it's kind of pointless. 0.5, because I've never found anything beyond this. Ground pound, all of them do kind of different things. I'm pretty sure I'm missing some. Like this one would be really nice. Critical hit damage per level, it's level 6, so it's not bad. Plus 3%. But it's plus kick, so my kicks would become more powerful. So far, I kind of like the additional attack speed, the jumping, and the extra mana per level is actually super nice, because you spend a lot of mana. But yeah, so normally you could jump, and that's it. But with the ring and with how high I've gotten it, I can now 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So this is your base. You can pretty much build anywhere on this island that isn't going to interfere with the resource drops. You can see each one of these huts gets me a free worker, And then you can find through other stuff, you can chests and stuff, you can find workers. You can see this is your inventory, all these different items you can find. You can cleanse these to turn them into ore turns into bars. Bars then you can either sell or turn into weapons. Plants you can turn into either potions, or eventually you can turn them into ink or powder, which is not in the game yet, but you can find the items. There's the eggs I was talking about, which allows world egg, which allows you to do dungeons. There are these certain enemies that drop these reality tears. Let's see if I can find the... And then you'll combine these, and it gets you more of these. Once you combine 3 of them, let's see, parchment for inscription. There's no inscription station. Can't do anything with any of this stuff. There's keys for lock boxes. Get them from a cow, a jelly cow. Hearts to make more hearts. Berries. These can be fed for eggs. These are just kind of stuff you can cook or feed to the one dude. Like I say, in the reality tears can create a new skill. I've only ever found enough to make 2 of these, so I've never gotten a 3rd one. But those things start corrupted. It takes 3 to make 1, then 3 to make a good 1 of something. So yeah, this is pretty much all the different kinds of items you can get. These allow you to summon more of the helpers. Lock boxes do exactly what you think. Let's see, I have a key here. I will, I guess, spacebar to grab it, and then I will grab one of these. So I will throw that out, and then I will throw the key at it. Boom. It got me a weapon. Pick it up. I've now added a weapon. Now, I've already have that weapon. So once you already have that weapon, one of 2 things is going to happen. If the weapon that you found has a new enchantment, you will gain it, destroy it, and that enchantment will go to the one you already have until you have all the enchantments. Now, if you already have that weapon and the enchantment it comes with, you'll be able to pick it up and you'll be able to sell it. Now, you can make the shop. Here, you ring the bell, you open up the shop, and then customers will come in and they'll be looking for different things like potions, weapons, materials, food, and it'll tell you over the little head what they're looking for. They'll walk up here, they'll buy it, they'll take it over here. You then get these little workers, and then these guys add as upgrades or buffs. This is just to tell you. This tells you what sales are coming up. So weapon price up is current, upcoming is food price. These are special vendors. You'll get for 4 common potions, you'll get a reward, which could be ore, super high-end ore, it could be weapons, it could be a bunch of different random things. You have your pet Nasher, which you can then pet. Your pet Nasher, which you can pet. Gives you free stuff every once in a while. As you feed him or her, as you feed them, their level goes up and you get rewards. I have gone past the current level, so I'm no longer getting any rewards, but what I am getting is I'm getting the flutes to call more of the little guys. Now, these are designed for cleansing corrupted ore. These take your clean ore to turn into ingots. You have cooking, key pressed for the lockboxes, your inventory, your different guilds so that you can have different things. These are for exploration. You get gold. They go out, they adventure, they get you free stuff, free resources. There's a chance of gear. There's all kinds of things these guys can end up getting you. Take the ingots, bring them here. You can craft a specific weapon if that's what you're looking for. With that particular metal, will get you a particular weapon. You can't attack here. It says I'm clicking, nothing's happening, but I can hit. Like I said, I played this with a controller, so bear with me here. I can hit E. I can do my kick. and I can break these all open. As you can see, I'm getting all the different kinds of ores from all over, and I just leveled up. Hey, +1 skill point. So there's a chance that these areas that I have workers here, there's a chance that different ores of different qualities will spawn. And dodge roll also increases your movement speed since there's no run. So it's the same thing here with your gardens. You can put out a bunch of these and you have your workers. It just gets super expensive for like the gold and the other resources to start placing these. You don't, like I said, you don't have to place a lot of this stuff here, but this is just, I'm not a builder, I'm a tamer tank. Oh, also you can also see the other characters, plus all the gods you found. So there's the wolf god, my favorite. That's a random stone cat that just came out of nowhere. Frog god, like I remember, like I don't remember that being there, but it was there before I stopped playing the game. You have this random area where there are some of these guys where if you jump on them, yeah, if you jump on them, they'll give you the jelly drop, which that's named G. Oh, it tells you what it is. You can pick it up. And then I believe over this way is over there is the fox god. Yeah, there's the fox god. So that's all those are all the gods you've awoken. As soon as you awake them, they show up here on Odin's shell, which you obviously know what Odin, if you know anything about mythology, or Norse mythology. So anything you gather will go directly into this inventory, so you don't have to grab it, get it. I'm so used to just clicking. Grab these, I can go over here, feed him, her, them, they, it. As you fill that, it'll pop right there, and they started out very, very tiny when you first get them, and then they grow very, very big. That's the max size, like I said. Crafting potions. Eventually you'll be able to craft ink. Last but not least, as you'll see, as I am not a builder, up there, that's where you would you'd shoot the eggs. Over there, that's where the dungeon is at for the eggs. So basically you put them in a cannon, and the cannon shoots them and it feeds the giant turtle. These are your statues. As you can see, I have them very nice and neatly just set off to the side because I kind of want to put them around here and kind of decorate them. But then I have no idea where this is. But these allow you to use gold to upgrade different things like your boots, which is kicking. For 30,000 gold, get a +1 to your charge. Now, if you look at spinning ice kick, it has 2 charges. Now, that's how many times you can use it before you have to start using mana. Because I've updated and I've boosted things, I technically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kicks before I have to start using mana. Mana doesn't deplete; it increases. And if you use too much mana, you go into a mana burn, which stuns you. And basically, all you can do is slowly walk around. This is your guild hall or your house where you could decorate. And this would be for like multiple people to come in and kind of decorate and have fun and mess around. I play this solo. I don't really have any friends that I can play this game with. So, and I'm not a builder, which is kind of one of the reasons why I got this game. Is even though I'm not a builder, I do like games that do offer the ability to build, because I do like placing things. I do like kind of making a kind of a small design and then having fun with it. I don't like games where it's just like you have this and that's it. I prefer games that have like you get an apartment or you get a house, and then my biggest thing I love is you purchase a house. You don't have to design it, you don't have to build it, you just purchase it, you get the materials for it, it's all done for you, and then you get items, and the item locks into an area. I know you can't customize it, you can't make it the way you want it, but I don't want to make it the way I want it. I want to say I'm buying furniture for a house, and all the furniture just shows up and goes into a spot that looks decent for the game, or that looks decent. I don't want to be like, well, the couch is a little too to the left, or I look at it and the chair is clipping through the wall. No, I just want to. I equip the house with the item, and the item goes into a spot that looks good, which a lot of games have stepped away from because it takes away from the player's customizability, and it just makes me pissed because I like things to snap to things and not move. I don't want to rotate it so that it's just slightly to the left so it fits perfectly in that corner. No. Just put it in there. One of the games that did that, where you got an item and it snapped into place without issue, was like the Minecraft top-down game. View recent unlocks. Yeah, this is kind of like your info hub. You can see like this. It doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. View armory. Manage mask. Like every option does the exact same thing. I don't really understand it. Yeah, so the top-down game, this is how you open market. You ring the bell. And then to close market, you ring the bell again. I really don't like having to position things myself. And games like that Minecraft game where you get an item like a trophy or something, or like Borderlands. Borderlands did it perfectly, I think in the third game it was, where when you did a hunt and you killed the guy, you went into your trophy room and all the trophies were on the wall and you could show you what trophies you were missing. You went out, you hunted them, the trophy appeared there. You didn't have to do any moving. You could put guns that you would like to display up that you've gotten in your inventory, and you just put it there and it just fits in perfectly. And I'm like, oh, I'm not sitting here trying to inch it around and be like, oh, that's perfect. Or I go to put something in there and it's like, doesn't fit. What do you mean it doesn't fit? You're letting me put it in there. Or you just barely turn something and you're just sticking to the wall. And then half of the games, the snap feature doesn't work if it has a snap feature. Next is your menu. A lot of stuff. Quests, expeditions. So this is something you'll do just throughout the thing that'll get you free stuff, especially reputation. This way you can kind of see without having to go to each area. So, no side story, like, so this says 1 of 0, but I've actually looked it up and this is a mistake. According to the developer, this should not be here. This is a mistake. It's something that was done in a beta or something, and they left it in. As you can see, this is the only one. And then Odin Shell. My stats, this just shows you what's going on, that my best class, aka my class that has the highest. As you can see, Sentinel base 123 plus 110. Adventures log shows you just the chapters you've gone through. World map, world crew, who's in here with you. Your guild base shows you all the different things, upgrades you've taken from those statues over there. Thy appearance allows you to change this stuff on the fly instead of having to go out. Tips, obvious. Report a bug, obvious. Pause, since this is single player, you can do a pause menu, but everyone in the game has to kind of approve. You have world settings, which kind of allow you to change things. Like I have it set so that friends only can join my game. I can have 8 players. Pause is manual, meaning every time I enter my menu, I have to actually physically hit pause. Pause permissions default, saying that pretty much anyone in the game can pause the game, or you can change it to like any player, host only, blah blah blah. Mastery progress. So basically, how fast you want to master things. This is actually new. I don't remember this. World share, so you can share your seed, since every world has a seed and it's different. I don't really remember what this is. Basically, your level. Codex shows you different, just all the different things. A lot of this shows you the different enemies, different lassos. So it looks like I'm missing one lasso. Looks like I have all the boots. Looks like I'm missing, I'm missing a ton of weapons. Armor. I am missing a ton of armor. Holy cow. I wonder if this is dungeon based. Curios, so this is basically story. All the different little story pieces. Fish. I don't do a lot of fishing. I am not a fisher. Viewpoints. I don't think I've gotten any of them. Skills. I'm missing a lot of skills, but that's because I've only played one class. Resources. A lot of these resources I should have. I don't know. I guess this is just bugged because I should have a lot of these resources. I'm missing a couple of these guys. Handful of them. Emotes shows you, so I'm missing a bunch of emotes. That's kind of cool. I wonder where you get that. Looks like you're riding a shark. But like this one, I believe this one and this one were free with the, like this one. Those were all free with the pack. A bunch of stuff I haven't built yet. Remember, this game is in early progress, so a lot of this stuff might just be the fact that it's not out yet. They haven't implemented it, but it's there. Skill tree. Equipment's obvious. Skill tree. So this is where you go to pick your class. So now if I wanted to start putting points into this, I can get this ability, Pile Driver, and then keep going along, and that will actually give me strength to unlock so that I do better with strength-based weapons. Whereas I'm a Sentinel, and like I said, these go up to level 100. So if I look here, all the way to 100, I'm at 79. And the biggest kind of pain in the ass is that once you get to a certain point, it pretty much now just starts costing 4 points per level. And once you get to a certain point, which was 79, it's just stat points. So in all reality, I could stop here at 79 and move on to the next class to start getting skills, because every time you get a skill, it upgrades the skill. Like this is just an upgrade for this magnetism, it's just an upgrade for the force wave. So I could start the next skill right here, which is healing aura, which is actually not the bad skill to have. But that is pretty much it for this side of the game. The next side of the game is combat, which is kind of what this game is focused on. There's a bit of a focusing on all these different islands. Look amazing, and they're beautiful, and they're each different in their own way. I think my favorite as of right now is still this one, Frost Valdir. This one was kind of annoying. Well, all these are not bad. None of these are bad. Let's just jump to this one. So when you start, you get a little thing basically telling everybody in your party, because this game is supposed to be based on a party. So this basically says, hey, we're about to teleport, taking your party with you. Everybody agrees to go, you go. And loading does take a little while. I don't know if it's just poorly optimized or if it's just a lot of data coming through at once, but I have noticed that it does take quite a bit of time, almost like it's checking for other people. And it can't find anyone, so it gets confused. So it's like, it's like, oh, there's nobody here. And then stop. And then, you move on. Or the one person that's ready to go. I forget, I think it's up to how many ever players you set. So, like, you could have a full party of 8 people. This one will take you to pretty much the last stone you've talked to. Apparently I have 2 rewards. So like I said, every time you fill a bar of XP, sometimes there's like stuff you can do to make it go faster. You'll get an accessory and expedition results, bounties 2, prize rolls earned +2. Prize meter coming soon. So that's another thing. Got another item. If I already have it, you can see it went from 13 to 14, and it got a plus to mana. And ready to go, which sucks because you actually have to come out here. You can't just do that from there. You can request a healing circle to heal you. You can view all kinds of different things, or you can return. You have your rings here, which, like I said, please stand by. These will bump you up and move you around. This on the controller. So you have your different abilities, which are based on your current weapons that you have. You have your class abilities. These are all class abilities. Then you have your normal attack, your secondary attack, your lasso, which can grab enemies, your kick, and then your dodge. And honestly, this is actually a lot better on mouse and keyboard than PC or than controller. I tried it on controller just because it looked fun, but I'm kind of digging. So enemies will have armor. The way to get rid of armor is to kick another enemy into them, or ow, that did a lot of damage. Holy crap! You either kick another enemy into them to break their shield, or you do damage to them with your weapon. The most effective way is to kick an enemy into them to break their armor. And it's the same thing with the enemies who have like physical shields. So there's a reality tear. And those are the only enemies that actually give you those. So you have to hunt them down. Like I wasn't able to break that guy's shield, but I can still, before that guy's body, before the guy's body dissipates, you can grab it and kick it. Like that. As you can see, I just mastered the bow. It went from green to blue. I am now going to quit that. I can hit X, go to this. I can now get this. So I figured I'm just going to stick through, hit 100, call it a day. Move on to the next class after I hit 100. You can see I have the max number of hearts. Now I was damaged, but because I've upgraded things on the statues, every time I finish an encounter, I get a couple hearts back. So each heart, once you hit the max, starts to get a little color around it. As you can see, I have 2 blue and the rest are green, and that's because each color ring around the heart represents the heart itself and what quality the heart is. So the green ones are the equivalent of, I believe, 2 hearts, and the blue ones are the equivalent of 3 hearts. So when that guy hit me, he hit me for about 6 hearts worth of damage because it took away 2 hearts, which is about 4 hearts worth of damage. So if I didn't have any of these buffs, if I didn't have any of this gear upgrades, and I only had like the 10 hearts, he would have hit me 1 time and took away almost half my health. And that's essentially combat in a nutshell. There's really not much more to it. It is essentially equipped. If you want to use your weapons or your skills, you need to equip weapons and skills that affect you specifically to your class. Otherwise, you're literally just going to be using the lasso and kicking them into other enemies. Because that just seems to do the most damage out of anything. I'm going to return, get the same thing. You can also return from the map by just coming in here and pressing R to return to base. But it also shows you the map, it shows you safe points, like this one. You can see each individual area and what you have, what's missing, if there is any of something. As you can see, I pretty much have gotten everything. But I've watched some people play this game. I really had a lot of fun with it. I can't wait for more content to come out. Hopefully the developer fixes those bugs so I can finally get those 2 chests. I gotta do more exploring because I still don't know where these 11 chests are. I've found some places that look like I should be able to get into them, but I haven't found anyone that has found out. Yeah, and every time you go and you come back, these respawn. Same thing with those over there. But these chests over here, you have to wait. You have to be here on the island for these to start actually counting down. These do not tick away. There's also chickens and cows. They don't do anything. You can pick it up and throw it. Maybe if I jump on this chicken like the cow. Nope. I was trying to think of a way maybe I can get eggs. But you can get cheese and apples. And fish. Yeah. Yeah, and that's another bug, is I don't have any new adventures. This isn't... Why does it still tell me I have new adventures or new quests? Same with equipment. See? So, definitely something to look out for. Definitely something that could be decent in the future. But that's where I'm going to end this review. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It really helps get these reviews out there to other people who might be interested in this game. I really enjoyed watching people play this game, and I cannot wait to see what happens in the future. So until next time, you be you, you stay you, and we're kind of transitioning into this new thing with the story's been told, the dice rolled, the wheel spun. Until next time, adventure on.